It's coffee break. The game awards have been announced.
They happened.
It happened. And no one was upset at all. Everyone was very happy with all the announcements.
Yeah, how that worked out for me. I was not planning to watch it.
Yeah, I didn't end up watching it. I was working. You watched it though.
Well, I didn't know it was going to be a Thursday night. I thought it was going to be like Friday night.
Yeah.
And then they did it during a football game, which I was watching the football game. And we hit halftime, and I was like, this is a really boring game. And I was like, well, I could just go watch the Game Awards. So I jumped in. Maybe halfway through?
I'm honestly glad I missed watching it, because I hate the, commentary things and all that stuff.
What commentary?
You know, little banter that, hosts will have before they announce the awards and whatever.
Wasn't much of that going on.
Oh,
It was very classic, Oscars-esque.
Yeah, the Oscars has a lot of that banter, though.
Yeah, the new Oscars. I'm saying the classic, old school Oscars.
I see.
Somebody comes up, says a few things, and then they read the award. Mm-hmm. Or they tell you all the nominees, then they read the award.
Yeah. And also we got a bunch of announcements and stuff.
Yeah, they also used it. This is an interesting thing. They almost used it like an E3.
Yeah.
Which I was like, why aren't we doing that with other award shows? Like, Oscars are for movies, and soon is the Emmys, right?
Yeah, rather than, speaking of football, Super Bowl was a big time for new movie trailers to drop.
Yep.
We should be doing that during the awards ceremonies instead, honestly.
We'll do it both.
We could do both, but...
But yeah, you should be able to sit back and enjoy ads that are just literally tailored towards the content that you're watching. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't need an ad for Kleenex when I'm watching video games.
Yeah.
I don't care. I want an ad for a new mouse.
Especially if we're announcing the new games that's coming out.
Yep. And so we found out what Capcom's big game is, and we're going to go through the winners. I don't think we made any good predictions there.
I think we were kind of on top of some of them. We're going to scroll to the bottom of the list. Hold on. And on best game.
Oh, ooh. 502 Bad Gateway.
Uh-oh. It hit back. Well, the website stopped working. Oh, no. Oh, golly.
I told you. This is a
You're
dumb
right.
website.
We should have just used IGN. The confetti effect was too much for your computer to handle. Give us a second as we find the answers. I guess I'll talk about what's been going on. I'm excited for all the new video games that got announced. Tired of sci-fi shooters, though.
Oh my god, it was rampant with them.
They all look the same. That's the biggest problem.
So I got a list here of everything that was announced.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to the winners.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what I really wanted to talk about. Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons remake announced.
Did you ever play it?
No.
I never did either. I've heard it's really good.
Pony Island 2 Panda Circus.
No. You got it. Inscription creator Daniel Mullins reveals Pony Island 2 Panda Circus. That's important.
How's that important?
Because Inscription tells you what kind of game it's likely going to be. It's an ARG.
What does that mean?
That means there's elements of real world things you need to do to find all the lore. You'll have to do beta coding or go through the code of the game or something like that to find the proper way of doing it and stuff like that.
What?
I love them. Those are one of my favorite types of games.
I'm sure it makes great content to watch someone else do that.
It's really great when you have someone just compile all the answers into one video.
The Rise of the Golden Idol.
Which I don't know what that is.
Looks like it's a detective story. Usual Jane.
June.
Usual June. A narrative action.
Usual May.
Odd Gentleman revealed Harmonium, the musical. This looks terrible. Okay. Dead Cells dev revealed their next game, Wind Blown.
Yeah, it looks cute.
What is happening here? Dave the Diver? And Driver?
Dredge. Crossover with Dave and Dredge.
World of Goo 2? Okay.
Nice.
Metaphor Rafantazino?
I don't know it. It looks cute.
I said that right, too.
Oh yeah, Matthew McConaughey revealed Exodus, an RPG from ex-BioWare devs. Which is a sci-fi shooter.
God of War Ragnarok got DLC,
Yeah.
which comes out soon. And then it has different game modes where it's just going to make it harder.
Mm-hmm. Something similar to the gameplay from Hades, I believe. Is that kind of style?
Hades?
Yeah. Did you ever play that one?
No, I didn't.
Mm.
That also was a big game.
It was.
Untitled Goose Game team revealed its next game, Big Walk.
Yeah, I never played Untitled Goose Game. It looks fine.
Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, another trailer.
Yep.
Ninja Theory showed a new trailer for Hellblade. Sensu Saga.
You didn't get any of that right. Senua?
Yeah, that's what I said. Where?
A whole lot. Lots of shooters.
I don't care about
Lots of
these.
sci-fi.
What? Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero?
Yeah, it's like Budokai, but
when is Budokai Tenkaichi supposed to come out?
that is it.
Oh, they called it Sparkling Zero?
Yeah, I guess they're like, people don't know how to pronounce Budokai, and it's like, we have been. This whole time.
Dead by Daylight spinoff, the casting of Frank Stone announced.
I don't know who that is. Maybe it's relevant to Dead by Daylight.
Visions of Mana,
Yeah,
a new Mana game.
that's gonna be exciting.
Rise of the Ronin.
Yeah, that looks cool. OD, which is Kojima working with,
It's odd.
oh, is it Odd?
Yeah.
I thought it was OD.
No, it's odd.
Well, I'm wrong.
I'm messing with you. I don't know
How
what
do
it is.
you, why would you do this? Oh, yeah, it's him with,
There was nothing to show there. I watched the footage and I was like, okay, so he's capturing faces.
which is crazy because they talked for so long. Meanwhile, the winners of the awards had to get shuffled off really quickly as Kojima and Jordan Peele droned on about OD or Odd or
Yep.
whatever.
Jurassic Park Survival, which this looks so much fun. It would probably be a nightmare for me. Literally. But basically think Alien Isolation, but you're stuck on one of the islands.
I think it'd be so cool. I'd be so willing to die just so I could get like a good look at the dinosaurs. It's like, whoa, look at that.
This long forgotten game, Black Myth Wukong. I did not forget it. I'm so excited. Have you seen it?
I have. Well, I saw like this trailer.
You saw this trailer?
Yeah.
They probably polished it up a lot
I
because.
didn't remember this game was ever gonna be a thing.
Oh, dude, I was so excited. And you get to play as Wukong.
I know. You get his staff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad. This might be just a horrible game.
Yeah, it's been years since
they keep pushing it
initially-
back.
Yeah.
It has Kevin Conroy still as Batman. That's one of the last roles he played
Dang.
before he passed.
So I guess we'll see, but I feel like it's gonna be real samey. You know.
Yeah, they also said like later on there'll be an offline mode. So
Right.
you're supposed to play online with other people to play the Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I feel like it's just gonna be the same old gameplay we've seen a million times from things like Spider-Man or Batman.
What's Spider-Man?
Oh, you know, a loser.
Assassin's Creed Origins Bayek?
Bayek? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah,
Cool. Founded his own game studio. Nice.
that's pretty cool. Where is it?
You can just skip to the parts you care about talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We knew that was coming.
Yeah, about time.
Apex Legends crossed over with Final Fantasy. That'll be interesting.
Cool.
Is this it?
Is what it?
Honkai Star Rail?
Is that the one you were telling me about?
I think so.
I've seen Honkai Star Rail before.
Skull and Bones finally got its announcement.
Yeah, have you saw the trailer?
No.
It looks so not worth the wait.
After I saw what they were doing, I was just like, this is not good. They're gonna make a Blade game. Why?
Because it's got to coincide with the movie they're going to come out with eventually.
Twisted Metal got a second season.
Yeah, unsurprising. Well, I guess it is a little surprising. I don't know how many people watched it. No one really talked about it.
This is the one I was telling you about. HoYoverse showed Zenless Zone Zero.
Okay, I'll have to look into that. I know HoYoverse. It's the same people who did Honkai Star Rail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have similar styles. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Den of Wolves.
Nice. Looks like a shooter game. Not up my alley.
Okay. Exoborn Master of the Apocalypse. Okay, or just Exoborn, right?
Uh-huh.
I watched this trailer. And this guy's like in the sky, and then he has to get to the ground, and he's fighting someone who's hunting him, and he's beating them back, and then finally this like girl comes down and beats this guy back, and then they run off with their team.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be a 4-on-1 game where
one of those.
where the 4 are going off to get the 1, so the 1 has to survive long enough for the rest of the team to show up, and you're getting drop points.
Okay.
But all of that trailer was pre-rendered. There was no actual gameplay.
I hate that. If
And I
it's
was like,
pre-rendered,
I
don't bother.
care.
I want to see gameplay because I've been burned by that a million times. Where I'll watch a cutscene and it's like that looks great, but show me gameplay.
Fallout TV show. We got the trailer.
Nice.
I don't know enough about Fallout other than they look like them.
They look like them?
Yeah, like you can see he's on stage next to one of the guys in armor that actually showed up.
Yeah.
It was functioning.
I never played Fallout.
The weird thing, I don't know who this guy is next to him. I think he's one of the actors in the show.
Okay.
But the giant robot thing stops him and points off into the crowd. And he looks off in the crowd and it shows you what they're seeing. It's these two guys. And they're the guys who make Fallout.
Nice.
Right? And the actor's like, hey, it looks like our bosses are here. And he shows them again, the two creators of Fallout. And they're like, no, don't talk to us. Don't look at us. We don't want any of this.
Oh.
And I was like, what the?
Why?
You should be happy that you guys are showing up.
Calling you out and stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean...
I mean, yes, smile or do
Well,
something.
if Pedro Pascal came out and went, like, pointed off in the crowd and did one of those, like, head nods, like, you, what's up?
Yeah,
and
it
it's
was
Neil
like-
Druckmann, you'd be like, that would make sense.
Who's Neil Druckmann?
The guy who made The Last of Us.
Oh, I was thinking of...
Druckmann?
I was thinking of, the ones from Mandalorian. What's his name? Filoni. Filian.
Oh, they would just hug each other.
Yeah.
It'd be like best friends showing up. Okay. Hello Games announced Light No Fire. Now this is something, these were more towards the end. They saved all the big ones,
Of
which I'm
course.
glad I watched that just for that. Mm-hmm. Hello Games made No Man's Sky, which is celebrating its 10 years.
Damn, it's been 10 years?
It's been 10 years. and
Oh,
they've
God.
been working on it. It's still functioning. Much better than when it started.
Yeah, because no one's playing it.
Well, they were talking to him, the creator, Sean Murray, right? And he said he knew his next game, he wanted it to be a game without boundaries, right?
That's what No Man's Sky was supposed to
Yep.
be.
But instead of having a galaxy, a universe that you float around in, it's one giant world.
Which I think is much more manageable and a bit more, like, realistic based on what they can program.
Yeah, all sorts of wacky avatars and things. Each land was a little different. Different things are inspired. Like, there was one that was clearly inspired by Japan. And then there was one where there was, like, cat people. So it was, like, palicos walking around.
Okay, we've had those, but those are in Skyrim and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm more interested in the concept of Light No Fire.
I want to see more of a trailer. I will not put my biases against how much of a failure his prior game was. I'll see what this one looks like, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
And then Simu Liu who is known for playing Ken,
Yeah. One of the Kens, yeah.
and he also played Shang-Chi.
Yep.
For the MCU. He came out, he had a weird, like, brace on his leg. He said he got that from playing basketball, which I was like, don't believe you. I think you're doing stunts. And he said he loves playing video games, and he announced this game, Stormgate. It's nothing that I care about. It's one of those games where you kind of have, like, your armies, and then you march them against another person's armies.
Yeah.
But the reason why he wanted to show it off is he plays the villain.
Yeah. Which is cool.
And he did the voice on stage, too. Okay, and then we got DLC for Final Fantasy 16, which I still haven't played yet. They have 2 new pieces of DLC.
Yeah.
Which unlocks, like, new, like, lands. And I was like, how big is this game?
New weapon. Think of it this way. Do you get new outfits and stuff?
Yeah.
New weapons and
Yep,
things?
yep, that's all there.
New places to explore?
Yep.
So it's the same thing Pokemon's doing, but I bet you don't look stupid like you do in the Teal Mask. You leaned over. You've been playing the Teal Mask DLC, and you showed me your character, and your hair is atrocious.
It's terrible. I went from this slick back top that was like dirty blonde to a man bun.
Yeah. It's so not good. I don't know why they didn't give you options.
Yeah, I was like, why can't I go back to my regular haircut?
Especially because, yeah,
I had to
at least do
leave to
that.
go back to Paldea to do it.
Because in the prior games, because they gave you, like, alt outfits for, like, Isle of Armor, but you could change out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they give you a ton of options. And since Gen 6, they've given you plenty of cosmetic options. And for some reason in Paldea, they just forgot to do any of that.
Yeah, it does have a lack of it. I've been playing it for 3 weeks now.
Slowly trudging through it.
Yeah, it's not that... Okay. A lot of talking.
Yup.
A lot of Pokemon you've already seen. Only a few new ones.
And they announced all of them before.
Yep. And then going back to fight the 3 mischievous...
They're not Onis. It's Okidogi, Monkey Dory, and Pheasantipity.
Yes.
Which are great names, I'm gonna say.
Except for Okidogi.
It's a dog.
It looks more like a bear.
It's a unique choice, I'll give them that.
Going back to fight them, to capture them,
Yeah.
they're stupidly strong.
Well, I guess, that's been a complaint. Everyone used to sit there and be like, it's too easy to catch the legendaries. And then they, like, overcorrected and made them impossible to catch. And it's like, no, no.
You need to balance that out. The biggest thing that was revealed was that Capcom trailer.
Yeah.
Which...
Yeah.
When I was watching this, because they showed it before, it's the last thing you see before Game of the Year goes out, and that's the end of the night, right?
Yep.
Literally right after Game of the Year got handed out, everybody just got up and left the theater. And when I was watching this, I was like, this is Shadow of Colossus, but with color and better graphics.
Which I would have shit myself. I would have been thrilled.
There's this cloaked figure with weapons on him, and he's riding this bird. So, like, what are they called in...
Like a chocobo?
Chocobo, right?
Yeah, you told me. You said cloaked figure riding a bird, and I'm like, that's Cloud. That's Cloud on a chocobo.
It was running from other giant monsters. We see montages of monsters clashing in this lightning storm.
Yeah.
They
love having the monsters fight.
We get to see that the bird can also run on all fours.
Yes, so...
It can run faster. It can also glide.
The bird. There's no official name for it yet.
Yep.
We have Palico, and we have Palamute. I've been calling it Palakeet.
Yep.
I really hope that's what they go with.
A Palico is their little cat friends.
Yeah.
And then a Palamute is a dog.
It's like a big old wolf.
Yep.
I'm into the bird so much.
It's basically, I feel like it's going to combine those two roles into one. And then, right there at the end, he stands up on this ledge that you can see, and he's looking out to those rocks, and it just shows you Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yes, I like the desert setting. I'm sure that won't be the first place we see. But man, oh, I'm excited.
And I was like, another Monster Hunter? Like, yes, I heard rumors that there was a sixth one being made.
I figured it wasn't gonna happen until like 2024 though, like announcing wise.
No, but here's the kicker.
Yeah.
Right at the very end of the trailer, after you realize it's the sixth Monster Hunter,
you're all excited.
They're like, hey, you gotta wait till 2025.
The same year.
The Last of Us Part 2, or Season 2,
yep,
got announced.
2025. Sitting through 2024 is going to be agony. It's going to be the longest year.
No, there's only 2 movies.
And there's only the one game that's worth playing. Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door.
There we go. Yeah, no, Monster Hunter was a great surprise. And I'm glad, I think that'll be a nice, like, for Capcom to push away Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
And let these other ones come in. Like, why don't we do another Beautiful Joe?
Yeah.
Like, I think people would make it an app game. It's already a side-scroller.
What is it? The Mighty 99? Wonderful 100?
It's the spin-off.
Yeah, it's like a fancy word and then a number, but I don't remember the word or the number.
Wow.
Yeah, something like that. Also, Capcom got all kinds of crazy stuff. Throw out Harvest Moon, but put in effort this time. How about that? So, now it's time for the awards.
Sorry, I had to do that on the computer.
Yeah.
Okay, so the best action-adventure game went to Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Woohoo! Not surprising.
No one was surprised by that.
I will say, of all of them, that one definitely classified as action-adventure the most. Others had plenty of action, others had plenty of adventure. Zelda and Mario Wonder was there too, and then Zelda was the real one.
Resident Evil 4.
That's not action-adventure.
Yes, it is.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. The whole trilogy is action-adventure.
I would call it action, but not adventure.
Where are you adventuring to?
You're not adventuring anywhere.
Yeah, you are. You're going into a hostile territory.
That's not an adventure. It implies fun and whimsy.
Games for Impact. Chia?
What? Did you have a stroke? What are you saying? Oh, it's one of those indie games. Yeah, it looked cute.
Best action game went to Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon.
I
really want to play this one now.
Fun fact, I actually haven't seen any gameplay for it.
We've seen it.
But I know everyone played it. It was always the same picture for their thumbnail on their Let's Plays.
What?
It's the one that they use for these. It's like that pink backdrop of like a setting sun type deal, and then the one mech, and then it says Armored Core, and then that's it. Let's Play Part 7.
Faker won Best Esports Player. Baldur's Gate 3 won Role Playing Game.
Unsurprising.
What?
Yeah.
What?
See,
What?
I don't even remember what other
Are
role
you
playing.
kidding me?
I don't even remember what other role playing games were even nominated.
Yahtzee?
Yeah. Maybe
Uno,
Final Fantasy, if you count that as RPG.
And everyone's favorite horror survival game, Clue.
Oh my god, it is horror survival. Yes.
So, that was just dumb. Best art direction went to Alan Wake 2.
Nice.
Best family game went to Super Mario's Wonder.
Makes sense, yeah.
Best game direction went to Epic Games and Remedy Entertainment for the work on Alan Wake 2.
Good for them. They deserve it.
The best narrative went to Alan Wake 2.
Good for them. I mean, what was it, like 11 years since Alan Wake came out?
Yeah, it took them a while.
I would hope it was really well refined. What?
Esports, sorry.
Oh.
I was trying to figure out where I was left off. Esports game is Valorant.
Okay.
Best independent game is My Mouse Moved on Its Own.
I hate when that happens. When your mouse is like, what's down here? That's why I ripped out my scroll wheel.
You gotta look at the hyperlink, bro. Just look at it. No,
The FBI agent that monitors your screen accidentally hits his mouse. Is like, damn it.
now they know I'm real. Sea of Stars wins independent game. Most anticipated game, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Okay, whoa, what? Who would have guessed? People blew up when the first part was announced.
Baldur's Gate 3 for best multiplayer.
I will contest that I don't think that is fair. No one played it for its multiplayer.
Best mobile game is Honkai.
Yeah, Honkai Star Rail. Good for them. Woo!
The best adaptation went to The Last of Us. This was a funny moment. We all knew it was going to happen. And
I've seen this one.
and watching it live made me laugh. Because Anthony Mackie starts the night really happy.
Yeah, and he's like, he had just announced his TV show's getting its second season.
Yep, he got to read off one of the awards.
Apparently he talked for like 20 minutes or some shit.
He was interacting with the crowd.
Uh-huh.
And, yeah, right behind him is the team and creators of The Last of Us.
Was Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey there?
I didn't see them.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have saw them more.
Maybe they were busy. Maybe they were just hanging out, being busy.
They probably had work to do.
Maybe.
Since they just had all that downtime.
Maybe. Maybe they're both at home watching the awards.
Yeah.
Being like, yay!
So, what is it, Naughty Dog?
Yep.
They get up, they're all happy, they're congratulating each other, and they walk by the sour Captain America.
Anthony Mackie was so nonplussed.
He was upset.
But let's be fair, they totally deserved it. Like, Anthony Mackie did great. Twisted Metal sure was fun. But come on! Look at what Last of Us did. They made clickers come alive.
True. They adapted a whole game in one season.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie. Twisted Metal had, like, a dilapidated town. They had dilapidated worlds, states.
Yeah. Good set design.
Mm-hmm.
Even the lack... It's more like the games because there's nothing really left over since the apocalypse.
But you get, like, a lot of storytelling with how much, especially how much vegetation is everywhere.
Yeah.
So they had to go through and staple
been...
fake plants to everything.
Yeah.
Flood that one room to get the water up to, like, chest height in that one, like, area early on when they first get to a city, before they first see clickers. And there's that one room that's kind of flooded, like the bottom level of some hotel or something. And they gotta get through the water and then they go upstairs.
Yeah, that's the hotel.
They had to flood that whole room. They had to do that. You know what Twisted Metal had? A ball pit, okay? It's not as intricate.
With a sex scene in it, yeah.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yep. So yeah, it was funny to watch Anthony Mackie just so sad. I don't hate the guy, I just thought it was funny to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Mouse won Content Creator of the Year.
The only person who was surprised was Iron Mouse, apparently. She's like, no, it's not going to be me. It's going to be Quackity. And then they announced her, and she's like, what?
Well, good for her. Best ongoing game was Cyberpunk. And...
I'm going to say the anime is doing 90% of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, I was like... In fact, there was two guys who went up. One who spoke really good English, and the other one was obviously from, I think they're from the Czech Republic.
Okay. Makes sense.
Eastern Europe.
Okay. I would not be able to class it. I'm terrible with accents.
No, I just know that that's where they are, because I thought that was a weird spot to be building games. You know?
Not many games are coming out of there, I suppose. Not many of those ones hit our side of the pond.
When you think Montreal, you're not going to think Ubisoft. You know, so it's a little surprising when Montreal Ubisoft is making a game. You're like, that's so bizarre.
Yeah.
I guess technically you can make a game anywhere. But so the guy goes up and they're thanking everybody, and one of the things was... Actually, I got that wrong.
What part?
The guys who went up. It was one dude.
Okay.
That was the Alan Wake team.
Ah.
Which, there was a live performance.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know where to put this, so I just wanted to talk about the live performance. I'm a big fan of Poets of the Fall, which Remedy games since Max Payne 2, way back in the 90s, they wanted an original song for their game. And through loose connections, they knew Poets of the Fall, so they asked them to write the song. Mm-hmm. And they made it, and it became a popular song. It's not one they're actually known for, because they make bigger songs.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But, their last game, Control.
Yes.
That won Game of the Year. And the main song for that is My Disquiet
Discomfort?
No.
Something like
Quartet?
Something. Also Poets of the Fall.
Yeah, so Poets of the Fall was doing this. And when I saw Alan Wake had a new game, I was like, ooh, we're getting a new song. There was nothing there. So they do this live performance on the night of the awards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's multiple guys singing and dressed up, and then there's a rock band in the back with a singer. And I'm listening to them because I'm like, this is really weird, and I don't understand the world of Alan Wake. And I realized the band in the back is actually the Poets of the Fall.
Yeah.
And they were going under a different name making music for Poets of the Fall. Or for Alan Wake.
So it's like an in-universe band.
Yes.
And what is the band called? It's like Norse Gods Fall or something like that.
Asgard's Gods of Old?
Asgard, something like that. They're now like number 3 on Spotify this last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that band. Not Post of the Fall.
Yeah.
The like Asgard one.
And yeah, and I didn't know that was a thing. So I was like, in all the years I've been looking up and reading about Poets of the Fall, that's never come up once. I'm not kidding. So when I saw that, I was like, what? Also, the lead singer got so fat.
Yeah, he's like 50, isn't he? Yeah. You
Yeah.
gotta let yourself go after. Like, once you hit 40, I think it's fine. It's like, hey, you know what? I'm good.
But if you guys are listening for anything new, I would actually really recommend them. It's quite a dramatic difference than Ghost.
Okay.
You know, I always talk about Ghost here.
Uh-huh.
And Ghost is very abrasive sometimes.
Not really.
Lyrically.
I guess every now and then.
Yeah, he gets in there. But Poets of the Fall is a much more happier European band.
Yeah.
So, you want to do Player's Voice?
It was Neil Newborn voicing Astarion in Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah! Woo! He deserved it. He did so much. Astarion has the most lines out of everyone in the game.
Really?
He's the only character who has, like, multiple different paths that you can take, depending on, like, everyone has different paths, technically, but his different
Octopath
paths...
Traveler.
Yeah. His different paths, like, he can become, like, a bad guy, he can be a good guy. There are so many variations on what his emotional state needs to be at any point in time. So
Is
he had
the main character?
No, you're the main character. You make your own character.
Well, yeah, I know it won Best Role-Playing Game.
But he is the one that's like, when you look at the cover of Baldur's Gate, he's the one that's like up front and center with white hair and he's holding a knife. He's a vampire.
Oh, okay.
And he did great, and he did a really good job with his performance, and he totally deserves it. And he's a sweetheart. And he's a sweet, sweet potato.
Nice.
He's also playing the game on YouTube.
Yeah.
With one of his friends named Tom. I think Tom worked on the game too as a writer, but I'm not sure. And he is just all chaos, and it's just him, it's just Neil fucking everything up, and then Tom sighing.
Nice. So it came to the very last award, of course, the Game of the Year.
They put some pomp and circumstance onto it. It's the Game of the Year.
Oh my god, so it was the Game of the Year awards, and we went to the final award, Game of the Year.
Woo! Who won?
It wasn't Spider-Man.
No, who thought, okay.
And suck it, Zelda. Suck it, eat it. I hope you eat crow. I'm so happy you didn't win.
That is the one solace you can find.
That was it.
Even though it wasn't Resi, it also wasn't Zelda.
I'm going to be honest, playing Resi and doing this walkthrough, I'm still doing it. Fuck, I hate it.
You made it like a super hard difficulty
I
for some
know.
reason.
I don't know why I did any of that. The next game I play is going to be a way more... It will be my first time playing it, too.
You gonna play Baldur's Gate 3?
So that was one of my things. Was I was like, for Power On, I wanted to be the game of the year. And I was like, here was my actual bet. What my choice was. It was never actually Resident Evil 4.
What did you think it was gonna be?
I wasn't too sure. I was actually afraid it was going to be Zelda. And then when Alan Wake showed up, and then it started like getting all this clamor, and I'm
Yeah.
like, it's been over 10 years since you've made content for this thing. But now, like,
Everyone's talking about it,
yes.
but no one's talking about it. Like,
But people
it's
are
impossible to know
getting
what's
involved.
happening in it.
Yeah. I'm still confused about what it is.
Yeah.
And now you're telling me the Poets of Fall band
Yeah.
is also getting big. So now the soundtrack's getting out there. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, just seeing that happen so quickly, I was like, it's gonna be Alan Wake 2.
But it wasn't.
Also, my other reasoning was because Control was their last game, and that also won Game of the Year.
Oh, what? You did it?
Yes.
Nice.
Remedy is knocking it out, dude. Like,
Well, they're like Rockstar, but quieter.
you can't even put Rockstar in this category.
No, because they haven't made any games.
Well, the thing about Rockstar, when I try to think about comparing companies, like, it's very easy to compare EA to Ubisoft,
Yes.
right? You can find the similarities. They do multiple games a year,
There's
right?
a reason why, Nintendo and Sega have a lifelong rivalry as well.
Yep.
You know?
And Sony typically brings out one game, maybe 2 games a year, but there's that one game that's really supposed to be big, Spider-Man, right? Losers. And,
Not big enough, bitch.
and that makes sense because it's like Oscar bait. Think of it like that.
It is.
They want to
very
win the
much.
awards for, look, this is how cool it is. Like Ghost of Tsushima, right? It's a beautiful game. It's still a beautiful game.
Deserves.
You want
the
to
praise.
show that off.
Yeah.
How many years did it take? Like 5 years to build that whole thing? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
The thing with Spider-Man 2, I would not be nearly as mean towards it for losing if the people who wanted Spider-Man to win weren't the biggest babies about it.
I know.
They're the ones throwing the hugest fit.
They're still upset.
I know it's so embarrassing because it's just like you don't play any games because they sit there and be like, "How could Baldur's Gate win? No one played it." It's like everyone played it.
Did you just spoil the ending
Of what?
of Baldur's Gate 3
We
1?
alluded to it so many times. Yes.
When that
We
happened,
mentioned how all the others lost.
Mario Wonder had no chance.
Oh yeah, that was the only one other than Mario Wonder. That was the only thing that was less deserving of the award than Spider-Man.
There's a category missing here.
What was that?
What was it? Strategy.
Oh.
The
There's
best
also sound design.
Yeah.
I know Hi-Fi Rush won sound design.
Yep.
They
And then,
definitely deserved it.
the more interesting thing is Pikmin 4 won Best Strategy Game.
Yeah.
So, I love Pikmin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play the games. I just love Pikmin.
Which
I
is
play
weird.
I play Pikmin Go.
It's, whatever that one, the one on the app, the phone is.
Yep. I play it every day.
Yep. It's always the one I'm
Before I
most
did this
confused
podcast,
by.
I sent them all off to go get their fruits and seeds so I can grow more Pikmin.
I think you're the only person playing it.
No, I see evidence of other people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, Spider-Man lost, and everyone who is was thinking it was gonna
Well-
win. I don't know how they thought it could win. Cause
The whole crowd, it's either, yay, we won, or the rest of the theater going, what the fuck? Like, that was never, you could tell there were so many people like me going, okay, it's either going to be Zelda
yeah.
or it's going to be Alan Wake.
I was also in that camp where I was like, it's not gonna be Baldur's Gate. That's amazing, but they ended up doing it. I think it's because they did the most innovating. They did a lot. Not only the how you design your character can have huge influences on the game. The plot itself is so in depth and intricate. They spent years and years and years figuring it out.
Yeah. The amount of work it took to build that game. It's impressive.
Yeah.
Back to Spider-Man. The first one won Game of the Year. Mm-hmm. It was somebody else. Because different companies can give you Game of the Year.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But that makes sense, because that was the first one.
Yeah, this is just reused assets and...
Yeah, what did they really change besides they made it bigger and added new story? That's not making a change.
Also, everyone who I see is like, Spider-Man should have won. Look at the gameplay. And it's like, they show Spider-Man's, like, in-game cutscenes. And then they show a Baldur's Gate turn-based RPG thing. And everyone's like, yeah, but what about the story? And, like, because I never once hear anybody say anything about Spider-Man's story. Because it's the same bullshit we've seen a million times.
I heard some people were disappointed with it.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
That extra sucks.
Apparently they did not stick the landing with the sticky gooey guy, Venom.
Also, isn't Sandman in it? You did Venom
Sandman?
and Sandman again?
Man, Sandman is probably the worst Santa I've ever had to deal with.
Mr. Sandsman?
He always smells of like a Tennessee mesh. He slurs his words and just... Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, last week we were talking about Godzilla. Mm-hmm. -1 is killing it. We still have not seen it.
Heck yeah. Want to see it.
But we were talking about New Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Legendary's Monsterverse.
Oh yeah, we've learned some things.
Well...
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to put it all together. Sorry, why are you doing that to me?
I'm just, you initiate the conversation, and then you looked unsure of how to say the conversation.
Yes. I didn't learn new things. I was reading a article from a person who was theorizing as well.
Mm.
I learned that the big bad guy's name right now is known as King Scar.
Interesting. I bet it won't stay like that.
The little baby...
Yeah.
Right? They assume that one of the lines is, did Kong have a kid? Right?
Yeah.
Back when they made Godzilla vs. King Kong, one of the producers came out and said, I would love to move forward with the story of Son of Kong.
Yeah.
Now, I've never seen Son of Kong. It's one of those way older movies.
Some of them are just hard to find.
Yeah. Godzilla used to be one of the harder ones to find.
Like, it's hard to find old American movies. It's hard to find old, like, movies from Japan, especially.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people didn't bother, like, and even if they did bother transferring them over somehow, they didn't always add subtitles. So.
And then mess up the footage.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they wanted to do Son of Kong, right? And now we can see that branch is actually kind of true. Mm-hmm. How far we go with it. Now, Godzilla, he's not pink because he is burning. Apparently, burning Godzilla was referenced in King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
After they nuked him to juice him back up.
I always thought so. Thought that was what they were going for then.
So, the weird thing is, most of that movie kind of references Godzilla versus Destroyer.
Yeah, but it's not Destroyer. And they have the Oxygen Destroyer.
And they use it.
And that name made me think we were gearing up for Destroyer.
Yeah.
But it's been, what, now 2 movies? And we still haven't gotten... I'll keep waiting.
I just thought it was weird that all the cool things that does happen to Godzilla, let's admit, that is the best one in the franchise.
Oh, hands down.
Even when I watch this one, I know it's not going to be as good as that.
The directing is too good. It's so phenomenal.
It's a lot of cool monsters, man, and that's what I came for.
Yes.
It's... Oh God, I keep losing my train of thought. No. Oh, so, yeah, we don't know what the crystal state of the Godzilla is.
Yeah.
Some people are referencing, like, the rebirth of Mothra.
Yeah, but we got Mothra again. She already came back, didn't she?
Did she?
Wasn't she still alive by the end?
I thought she was, and then when I was reading the article, they're like, she died. And I was like...
I don't remember that.
Who
I feel
squished her?
Yeah, yeah. Also, I'm still waiting for Batra. Also,
Dude.
I would love to see Batra. What was I saying? My theory for Pink Godzilla is that this is a different Zilla.
It's not.
I'm gonna hold on to my theory until we're 100% confirmed by that.
So another thing I learned, because I kept pointing out, like, that doesn't look like our Godzilla. Apparently I don't know what our Godzilla looks like, because every time they actually change it.
Well, yeah, so they can make new merch,
Yeah.
new dolls.
That was the whole point.
Yeah.
So the one in Monarch is our Godzilla.
I don't want to say, if it sounds so like stereotypy to be like, oh, this Godzilla has pink. It's the girl Godzilla. Because all girls have pink. But I'm like,
think of it.
I'm sitting here like, what if it is a different Zilla? What if it's like his daughter or his mom?
I would think about it like this. Are you a little Japanese boy?
I am, in fact, not.
What?
I'm not any of those words.
Okay, I need to put on my glasses. No. Who powers up and changes their colors?
Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just
Blue to pink,
Yeah.
pink to blue. We've seen it.
This is likely just Godzilla's Super God Super Saiyan form.
Yeah, that's what I think this is. Just that's the theory.
Pink is a very eye-catching color.
And also, I feel like even though blue is technically a more intense flame color,
It's gotta be a reason for it, like artistically. They gotta be up against something that has pink look more naturally opposing to it. Somehow.
okay,
I guess we'll find out.
okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. This was a fun podcast.
No, we're not done yet.
It's box office trolls.
It's Box Office Trolls, and number 1, crashing in, the victor, the savior. Everyone loves him, he's the best. Hayao Miyazaki, the boy and the heron. Yay! Everyone is praising Robert Pattinson, and apparently he came in, supposedly, he came in with a bunch of notes on his phone about how he wanted to do the voice and different things he needed to change, so he got his performance right. We love dedication.
When did he have time to do this?
I don't know. He's not doing anything else.
What?
He's not doing Batman right now.
Yes, he is.
Uh-huh.
We're all gearing up for 2025 Batman.
Also, I imagine he
Yes, another thing in 2025.
I imagine he only needed to be in the booth for like a week total, maybe.
They left him in a booth for a week?
No, you could like come back. You can leave and go.
So he got to use the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good job to The Boy and the Heron.
Yeah.
Hungry Bird. Oh, Boy and the Heron, 12 million.
Woo.
Hungry Games. Messing it up every time.
Hunger Birds, Hungry Games. Hungry hippos, birds and snakes. Good for them, staying at number 2.
Godzilla -1. This is so impressive.
Yeah.
Coming in at 3rd. Number 4, Trolls Band Together. Still holding 4.
Everyone's talking about it.
Who? Who's talking about it?
I see it on like Twitter and stuff.
No one uses Twitter.
I guess so. TikTok, I see it on TikTok a lot. It's because people like the designs of the villains, and they are very. Did you ever have a Betty Spaghetti? Or your sister? Did you ever have a Betty Spaghetti? Do you not know that doll line?
How did we end up here?
That's the design for the villains in Trolls. They're
Okay.
basing it because the Trolls are 90s toys, so other characters are other 90s toys. Did you never have Betty Spaghetti?
No.
Well, then your
Okay.
loss. She was great. The real challenge now.
Obituary.
How to spell spaghetti. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, with
Oh.
that rubber hair. Yep.
Oh, yeah, I remember these.
I love them. I thought they were great. The rubber wasn't, like, obnoxious to touch, which was hard to find back in the day. Because usually it was, like, gooey and sticky.
Okay. Number 5, Renaissance, a film by Beyonce. Number 6, Wish. Number 7, Napoleon. Number 8, Waitress the Musical. Number 9, Animal. And number 10, The Shift.
I didn't know some of those. I don't know what The Shift is. I haven't heard of Waitresses the Musical before.
Sorry, we had to relocate the puppy.
She's in a weird spot next to the power cord of the computer.
So something that's not on our list, which would be on the world box office, is Wonka.
Oh, jeez Louise. That's the loudest sneeze.
Dude, why? Okay.
Is Wonka released worldwide?
No.
How's the... What?
Europe got it first.
Way. Oh, Roald Dahl is European.
Oh, no.
Like, that makes no sense.
It's a European... It's a British film, dude. Come on. Obviously.
Are people liking it?
Yes.
Yeah?
People are loving it. People are
Hooray.
going to it. The critics are loving it. Timothy Chalamet got nominated for a Golden Globe.
Good for him. I want to see it.
Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal are also up for best.
Woo!
They're in different categories, so
I
there's-
imagine.
they modify.
It's going to be hard to compare the zombie apocalypse survivor and the sing-song whimsy chocolate man.
So, Barry season 4 made it in there.
How? Okay, I guess he did do a very good performance.
You want to go through them really quick?
Yeah, sure. Wait, as we piddle around looking for this list. Okay, we got it.
We got the list. So, here we go. This happened today, by the way.
All right, Golden Globe nominations.
Best Director for Motion Picture, Bradley Cooper. Celine Song, Christopher Nolan, Greta Gerwig, Martin Scorsese,
Boo.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Lanthimos? I don't know them, and I don't recognize their movie that they're credited for.
Poor Things, which is that movie. Best Motion Picture Animated, The Boy and the Heron,
Nice.
Elemental, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. You're still not going to win.
You're gonna lose twice, Spidey. Super Mario Bros. Movie does not deserve to be in, not at all.
Oh man, you're just pissing everybody off, huh?
It was a fine movie, but that's award winning.
We attacked all the Spider-Man fans, and now we're attacking all the Mario fans.
Yeah.
Suzume and Wish.
Wish definitely does not deserve to be nominated.
I have a strong feeling it will be The Boy and the Heron.
Probably. Best Motion Picture Drama: Anatomy of a Fall, Killers of the Flower Moon, Past Lives, The Zone of Interest, Maestro, and Oppenheimer. It's probably going to be Oppenheimer. Best Motion Picture Musical or Comedy: Air.
Yeah.
Musical or comedy? Why would you lump those two things together?
They're the same.
Okay. Air, American Fiction, Barbie, Holdovers, May, December, and Poor Things. I don't know most of them. I think Barbie's gonna win it, though.
What?
You can't... Barbenheimer's gonna sweep.
Best Motion Picture Non-English Language. Thank God they translated these for me. Oh, there's one in there. Anatomy of a Fall. Fallen Leaves.
What's a falling? We're falling.
Lo Capitano.
Lo Capitano?
Lo Capitano.
Yeah.
Past Lives, Society of the Snow, and The Zone of Interest. Best Original Score Motion Picture. Spider-Man. Maybe. Poor Things. Boy and the Heron.
Nice.
Oppenheimer.
Cool.
Zone of Interest. And Killers of the Flower Moon.
Boo. Best Original Song for a Motion Picture: Addicted to Romance. I don't... Dance the Night.
What?
I can't read the movie titles underneath them.
Oh.
I'm too far away. It's all bright, and my glasses aren't good.
Okay. Addicted to Romance, Dance the Night, I'm Just Ken, Peaches,
Boo.
Road to Freedom, What Was I Made For?
Peaches does not deserve to be on there. Man, they really just put anything on here, huh?
Yeah. Best performance by a female actor in a limited series, anthology series, or a motion picture made for television. Brie Larson. No. Ali Wong
Cool.
for Beef, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Elizabeth Olsen for Love and Death.
Nice.
Juno Temple for Fargo.
Okay.
Rachel Weisz for Dead Ringers.
I don't know it.
And Riley Keough?
Cough? I'm unsure how to pronounce their name. Best performance by a female actor in a motion picture category drama. Annette Bening, Kaylee Spaney, Carey Mulligan, Greta Lee, Lily Gladstone, and Sandra Hüller, I believe? Don't know any of them.
Okay, well, best performance by a female actor in a motion picture, musical, or comedy. Alma Poisti? I don't know if I'll ever get that right. Emma Stone, Fantasia Barrino, Jennifer Lawrence, Margot Robbie, and Natalie Portman.
Okay.
It's gonna be Margot.
Best, yeah, probably. Like I said, Oppenheimer's gonna sweep.
Well, instead of reading all of them.
Yeah. I know one thing. There's Bella. Best performance. Okay, so here's the thing. This is something Bella Ramsey was talking about before. Bella Ramsey goes by they, them pronouns, but they're classified in the female actor category.
There's no category for them.
Yeah. Bella was talking way earlier in the year, like right when Last of Us was coming out, that they wished there was more inclusivity with categories like this. You know? It's weird that we separate the men from the women to begin with, I would say.
Yeah, I think that definitely stems back into early American sexism.
Like, do you know why there's female variations of sports? Like, there's, like, male tennis and then female tennis?
Because girls aren't as good as boys, duh.
Because the girls would play, and then they would win, and then the boys would get really offended. So they were like, well, it's not fair. You need to
Okay,
be separated.
what's the basis on this?
I heard it somewhere. Look it up.
That's so childish.
Because, like, yes, it is. Bella Ramsey deserves to win, by the way.
Male actor for limited series, David Oyelowo.
Oyelowo?
For Bass Reeves. Yeah.
Yeah.
John Hamm, Matt Boomer, Sam Coughlin.
Clayton.
Okay.
Steven Yeun. Woo!
For Beef.
Yeah.
So,
Anything
calm
beef.
down.
Anything with beef in it, I think deserves to win. Because that was really good. I didn't bring it up on my top 10 best list, and I should have. I also didn't bring up Bear. So.
Oh, so The Bear.
I imagine that one got nominated somewhere.
It did.
We're scrolling. Oh, there's Bill Hader for
Brian
Barry.
Cox.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Best stand-up comedy. Amy Schumer, Emergency Contact.
Boo.
Chris Rock, Selective Outrage. That was a really good one.
Cool.
Ricky Gervais, Armageddon.
I haven't seen it.
I thought we watched that together.
Ricky Gervais? I haven't seen Ricky Gervais stand up since like 2012.
Okay. Sarah Silverman, Someone You Love.
I'm not super
Trevor
into Sarah.
Noah, Where Was I?
Don't know it.
Wanda Sykes, I'm an Entertainer. What? Okay.
I want to watch, like,
Whoa.
I saw a bit of the Wanda Sykes one, and I would see the rest of it.
You hate her.
I did. I don't know what happened. I don't hate her anymore. Maybe, like, I hit her vibe.
I 100% disagree with this list.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who would you put on here? This does feel like a safe list, doesn't it?
It does, but I would put Tom Segura in there. For
Yeah.
Sledgehammer?
Sledgehammer. Oh, was the Sledgehammer last year, though?
I thought it was this year.
I thought it was late last year. I thought it was like December of last year.
Then it should be... Man.
Yes.
You dropped the ball.
Sledgehammer would have been good. A lot of this is like lumping up comedy and musical together. There's plenty of like dramatic musicals or horror musicals. That's weird.
Best TV series, limited, right?
Mm-hmm.
Although we cannot see.
Don't know it.
Beef.
Yeah.
Daisy Jones and the Six.
Don't
Fargo.
know it. Don't know it.
Fellow Travelers.
Don't know it.
Lessons in Chemistry.
Looked bad.
Best television series, musical, or comedy. Abbott Elementary.
What?
Barry?
Wait. No. Wait. Barry is not a comedy. We cannot classify it. This is so not fair.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Jury Duty.
Okay.
Only Murderers in the Building. Ted Lasso.
No. What? Wait. The bear.
The Bear.
This is all over the place. None of these can be compared to each other. Only murders to the bear to Barry? No. What are you doing, guys?
Best drama
Oh, but
Best
we're gonna-
TV drama.
The,
Are you ready?
the bear, Ted Lasso, and Barry should have been under the drama category. I am ready. I'm ready. I saw the first one and I'm upset.
1923.
Boo.
A
Boo.
Yellowstone story.
It's just because you got Harrison Ford to be in it.
I think it's funny that got up there.
Oh, I can't.
But Bass Reeves isn't in here.
I know. Succession deserves it. The Crown, unsurprising. The Diplomat, don't know it. Last of Us also deserves it. The Morning Show. I don't know. I haven't seen
Dude,
it.
Succession versus The Last of Us.
Both are good, but this is Succession's last season.
But
The
it's
Last of Us
also,
was
they're
really
both
good.
HBO.
Yeah. Watch it go to The Diplomat, the one that no one knows.
Yeah, right. Oh,
That's always the thing with these awards, is that they pick the randomest ones, and then they always pick the worst option.
cinematic and box office achievement.
Yeah.
Barbie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Ooh, ooh.
John Wick Chapter 4.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Okay.
Also known as just Dead Reckoning. Now it's weird that they put that side note in there. Oppenheimer.
Yay.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour.
Okay.
And the Super Mario Brothers movie.
No, it doesn't. I know it got like big numbers.
It's
and
going to be
stuff.
Barbie.
It will be.
But if Barbie wins, which they should, the Oppenheimer group needs to get up and go up there with them.
Yes. Yes. I want all the Barbie people to be dressed like Oppenheimer, like in like black suits.
Yeah.
I want all the Oppenheimer people to be dressed like Barbie in like pink pastels.
Yeah,
It looks like a shit show. Golden Globe.
yeah, it's hard to wrap my mind. I don't really care too much about them.
No, because they always are wrong.
But the thing is, I know I can watch them this year.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. It depends on if we decide to watch something more fun or not.
And sometimes it is fun to watch award shows.
Oh, it's that banter. Like I talked about in the very beginning. I hate that weird attempt at comedy banter that award shows have.
It's also fun when you watch them just fuck up.
No. And then like someone's trying to give like a heartfelt speech and the band's trying to play them off because we gotta run through it as fast as possible.
So, okay, we're not done with box office trolls.
Oh, we're not?
There's one thing to review.
What?
We finished Kitchen Nightmares. It's amazing. If you haven't finished it or started it, watch it.
It's fine. It's Kitchen Nightmare.
It's amazing.
It's what you expect.
It's amazing. No, we watched a movie. A very special movie.
Which one?
The Dial of Destiny.
Oh, we did! We watched Indiana 5, Mr. Jones. Every time someone said Dr. Jones, the song from the band Aqua, Dr. Jones, just started playing in my mind. And so that was lovely.
You know that song's about him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, what do you think of Indy 5?
Wow, so, it's not bad.
It's not bad. The worst part was the first 20 minutes.
The first 20 minutes drags out way too long, and it's literally a de-aged, but horribly.
It's so ugly.
The hair texture was so bad.
You could just see it's his
When he's-
hands, his face, his neck,
Yeah, when he's being, like, he has a rope around his neck.
and like all of it. It's that same level of quality as like Thanos' bag when after he does the snap and he goes to his little planet to retire and he picks like a space fruit and throws it into his bag and it's all horribly ugly CG and you just sit there and go, why didn't we just do a practical effect on the bag?
Yep.
But whatever. No, it's a lot of that. But once you get past that and you see like the horrifying image of real old man Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I didn't need to see the back fat, you know? that was just not on my checklist.
Just seeing how like disgustingly stuck to his muscles his skin is.
that wasn't on my bingo card, I'm just saying.
But the story from then on like was fine. It was an indie movie.
That's the weird thing. It's an indie movie.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like we needed to resurrect the franchise for this, but it wasn't like, a spit in the face of the franchise either.
Well, I asked that question in indie movie because of Kingdom of Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
Kingdom of Crystal Skull really doesn't feel like an indie movie. There's many moments where when it breaks its own rules of what should be our physical Earth, right? It gets really dumb really quick.
Yeah.
While in this one, they weren't really doing that.
It was a bit more grounded. You could tell a lot of the stunts were real.
Yeah,
Not the actors, like they had stunt doubles, but clearly. But
the stunts, like holding Indy down with his head out the car, hoping you can smack his head on something. It's all those old school indie things.
Riding a horse through the subway.
Yup. Punching people in the face.
That classic punch sound effect.
Yep.
There was no Wilhelm scream, I don't think. Maybe there was. Maybe
I
a
thought there
Nazi
was
did a
one.
Wilhelm scream.
The bad guy was German.
And it was Mads.
Yep, Mads
Mikkelsen. So
He did it. He broke it.
It's Mads. He did great.
It's a 2.5-hour movie, which I was like, it doesn't have to be this long.
It doesn't, but it also didn't feel like it dragged on. Like once it hits literally every single plot beat of Indy starts and he's in his normal life. Someone, a pretty girl, 9 times out of 10, comes across him and he gets swept into adventure. Back and forth, running around some place that isn't America, in a vehicle that is not an up-to-standards car. Things. The villains get the thing.
Yep.
We go into some ancient tomb to try to beat them to it. We don't. The villains do the thing. The heroes do the thing. And...
Well, yeah, the villains do the thing.
Yes, they always do. Every single time, they do the thing.
Here's the crazy part. It felt still grounded in the reality of the story of Indiana Jones.
It made sense.
What they did is they had the dial, they tried to use it, and it worked.
It worked, but they hadn't accounted for a specific mathematical element to the equation
Yes.
that they had not considered before.
So what it does is sends them back in 400 AD?
Something like that.
And they're flying in their planes
And
over
it was
early day Sicily?
It was like it was a
Before
battle
the
between Greeks and
No, that'd be Roman.
the Latin. One of them was Roman, I think. One of the sides. It's like an old ancient battle, and I liked it because both sides thought their planes were dragons.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice touch.
And then they figure out a way to get back.
And
They-
it was, yeah.
You know this is the last one because literally pretty much anyone who hung out with Indiana Jones before this movie is confirmed dead in the movie.
Yeah, I did think it was a unique decision to
Even Mutt.
kill off Mutt between movies. Like, I know he wasn't very well received, but we had to kill him?
I was like,
Okay.
I don't know. I would have asked him, could you just come by and say hi?
I think just the indie saga is done. We don't need it anymore. We don't need Indiana Jones. We could reboot it, I guess. Have a new young star. Everyone was scrambling for...
Chris Pratt.
Yeah. But even now, I think he might be, at the age where he's like, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, you'd have to find a new young guy.
Yeah. We could keep going with the indie franchise, but it's also just a typical action movie. And I don't know.
Well, you can argue it built it.
It did.
And that's the action adventure.
It's the double-edged sword of we would not have action movies like this without indie, but because we now have action movies like this, indie feels typical. Next to all of its...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wondered about that. So ultimately, in the end, I thought Dial of Destiny was a great return to being a Indiana Jones film, and it's very more faithful to the original trilogy.
It did. It felt like an Indiana Jones film.
Yep.
I will say the actual worst part, other than the horrible de-aging in the first 20 minutes of the movie, was every time Harrison Ford does a stunt, some sort of action thing. You see Indy, like, doing an action, and then we cut away to, like, some other person reacting, and then we cut away to, like, something being pushed over, and then we cut back to Harrison Ford post-movement, likely because his sad old man body can't do...
Yep. Yeah, you gotta cheat your shots.
Yeah.
With that being said, you were talking about how Indiana Jones created the archetype of action, right?
Yeah.
And I agree with you in a sense towards mainstream cinema,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But then if you go into, like, Asian black cinema, they were doing kung fu stunts.
Yeah. I'm not saying this is the only one.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because Indy doesn't do anything really cool.
No, and even
He
his,
just lucks out consistently.
and even his whip has always been kind of lame. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
He pulls out a gun more often than his whip. Let's be real.
No, he's usually trying to take the other guy's gun because he carries only a whip. And it's like, what?
It's like Indy.
Guys, he does that in this movie, and you're just like, just carry a gun.
I wonder. It feels like he's based off a character. Like, you would expect this to be from a book series. So I wonder what inspired Indiana Jones, the action hero who...
I know there is an answer to that.
I'm sure there's some old documentary we could find on Hulu.
No, the answer would lie in Lawrence Kasdan.
Is that the writer?
Yes.
Cool.
His son directed that Willow TV show.
Oh, really? The directing seemed fine. The directing wasn't the problem, I'm going to say.
Yeah, no, you got me sidetracked. Okay, so now you got this other cinema, this different midnight type cinema, right? And they're doing kung fu fights. I mean, think about Bruce Lee.
Kill Bill, things like that.
Well, that would inspire those. And now, we don't really care too much. I notice, like, people just don't care too much about lame action scenes where you just, like, hold the guy and punch him and go, I hate you.
Yeah.
I don't want you here.
It's one of the biggest detriments to Marvel movies nowadays. Is an action sequence is just not thrilling to watch, especially when it's all CG.
But here's the thing. Let's go to the extreme. Have you ever seen Raid?
Nope. Don't know what that is. Is that, you mean like the bug killer?
No. Crazy over-the-top action scenes. It's just so over-the-top. Extraction?
Nope.
Okay. They're known... Each movie has, like, long... Like, I think the second one had a 20-minute one-shot of...
Jesus.
Thor.
Oh, Chris Hemsworth. Oh,
Chris.
I did watch that. I did watch it with you.
You watched Extraction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a one shot, but everything's like happening, and it's just him fighting his way through, and you know, you're getting really close up and personal when you do one shots like that, and you're not breaking.
I will always admit a one shot is impressive.
And then the most popular, intense fighting thing I could ever think of is John Wick. And John Wick is really over the top.
A very specific, very cool style.
I know you can always think of like a more crazier one. But in terms for everyone finding that new level, it's John Wick.
Yeah.
That's when everybody who watches cinema and loves fighting scenes would like, nope, that's the standard now. So where do you go from there? How much more intense can it get?
Yeah, and I think the thing is with Indy, bringing it back around to Indiana Jones, is that I was like, the action's not the selling point to me.
No.
It never was.
Nope.
So, I don't know. I wouldn't want another one. Unless they, like, recast Indiana Jones and got, like, really, really revamped the series. Just did something new, fresh, different. Maybe get away from the Bible things. Maybe change up the action to be more like John Wick. Maybe take away some of the action and lean more into, like, drama or something. I don't know. But they just need to do something.
I just thought of something. Just an idea, concept, right? It's not fully fleshed here.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones. Good looking guy. Semi works out. I mean, he's never looked in great shape.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
he's felt.
That's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Even though Indy's known for being such a guy, like,
He's like a man's man.
yeah, but like also James Bond.
Yes.
And it's so weird when you see the earlier Bonds and they're just dudes.
They're just regular guys, yeah. Like, they're not, like overweight or anything. But they're just dudes.
Yeah, they're not really working out, though.
Just a pudgy little dad bod.
You know what? Let's end the podcast.
You're not going to finish your Indiana thought?
What was it?
You were saying you had an idea for it.
What to do with it?
Yeah.
Get that suave, handsome guy who's kind of lucky and charming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then instead of Western, let's go sci-fi.
They tried that with Crystal Skull, though.
No.
Oh, like the whole thing.
And I know there's someone out there just going...
Isn't that Firefly?
Face?
Isn't that just the...
It's literally just Han Solo, dude.
I think the dogs need dinner. I think that's why they keep moving around.
Okay, I'm sorry. That thought went nowhere. I will think about it more.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think about the Game Awards and how much of a loser Spider-Man is.
Wow. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye-bye.